day and welcome to the second edition of the 24-25 season Coffee with a Coach. Today I have Coach Eric Marriott and Mr. Moose Jaw Nate Mensik with us today. Hi guys, how's it going?
Going on, Joe?
How we doing, Joe?
Things are great. Things are great now that I get to talk to you two. Lots of good things going on in Moose Jaw as always, but to catch up with you both is really good. Coach Eric, maybe I'll just throw it over to you. Maybe just give us a little update of what's happening baseball wise with the Miller Express from your side, and then we'll get into what Nate's been up to.
Sure. Yeah, things are going well. The head office with Daryl Pizio and Corey Olafson, as well as myself and Coach Mike Gonzalez and Coach Dustin Mulliken, we're working hard to make sure we get the right people in line for next season after a pretty successful season last summer. And we're well on the way there, and we're pretty content with where we are in the off season for sure.
And we'll probably see some announcements in the next few weeks start to roll out, I'm assuming.
Absolutely. I think we should have probably a handful roll out and right before the new year. And then as the new year kicks in, we'll be full-fledged go and announcements for sure.
Excellent. Well, we'll be excited to see what you guys have put together. That's for sure. And now we're gonna roll over to fan favorite and Moose Jaw Miller Express alumnus now, I guess. Nate Mensik. Nate, I mean, you were a staple here for the last 3 seasons, and obviously played a big role for not only on the field but off the field for the Miller Express too. I have to commend you directly for all the time you took with the young ball players and fans and stuff after games, even wins or losses, it didn't matter to you. You were out there with them, and it certainly showed because I don't think you could even walk 2 minutes out of the meeting before people were running out to you. So that shows your character. Just thought I'd maybe get from you, a few things, and you can answer them in whatever order you like, but why Moose Jaw? Why return for 3 years? What was it like to play in two championship series in 3 years? However you want to answer those, and in which order, by all means.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, why I came to Moose Show in the first place was because of Eric. He hit me up. He was the first one. He was like, "Are you looking for an opportunity to play?" And I said, "Yes. Yes, I am." He said, "You want to come up north?" I said, "Yeah, why not? Let's do it." And that's where it started. It's as simple as that. And then I met my host family, Corey and Stacy Moore. Wonderful family. And that just was another driving factor to always come back and come to see them. And all the people, like you said, that come after the games, they come and talk, and we really blended and really turned into a family. And that's why you come back every single year. So it's going to be tough not being able to come back, but I'll definitely be calling in. I'll be looking at the stats and everything, catching up. So,
Well, I'll tell you one thing is that you definitely have left a lasting impression here. I'm sure, and maybe Eric can speak to that and how you helped build the culture with Eric and the coaches, over the last 3 years. And certainly myself, I appreciate all the time that we got to spend and chat and laugh and getting to know your family as well, who spent an awful lot of time up here, which was absolutely fantastic. So, Eric, maybe just tell us, how big of a part of your culture build that Nate was.
Nate was massive. Whether or not it was his bright smile or his big time swing, it was brought every single day to the ballpark. 3 years, 150 games in that yellow jersey. It's hard to top that. And he was there right from day one, when Mike Gonzalez and I started it together, and he was there when Coach Nicolosi, Mike and I were there together, and he helped us build something really, really special. And it was something that was sort of put in the league's back pocket during the COVID, and now it's clearly in the driver's seat in the East, and showing guys that we're back on the map. And if he was a Canadian, I would not want to be the mayor of Moose Jaw, because he would be coming for his job, because he is Mr. Moose Jaw, like you said. after games, kids loved him. He would play catch with them. He would sign autographs, whether or not he was 0 for 4 with 4 punchies or 4 for 4 with 4 big flies. And I think other guys, younger guys, saw that and kind of thrived off of it. And obviously, you can't play for the Millers forever, but he sure left his mark. And I hope guys like Thomas Soto and Austin Gurney can continue to do what he has done and pass it on to the next guys.
Yeah, true on that. And Nate, maybe just tell us a little bit about what it's like to play in those championship series with the Millers and and truthfully a sold out Ross Wells Park. 2 out of your 3 years were you were in the final round. I mean, which is a little bit unbelievable too to be there that much, but a testament not only to you as players, but our coaching staff and organization as well. So maybe just run us through what that feels like from a player's perspective, because some of us don't get to see that or feel that from your perspective.
Hmm. Yeah, it's just on that culture that we built. And then that led to us always wanting to continue to play with each other. And that's one of the motivators on why we always went so far into the postseason. It's just because we didn't want to leave. We didn't want to go home. We all became friends. Each and every group was different, but good. And we all found a way to come together and collaborate and execute as a team. And that's what Eric really installed in us like the first day that I got there. This is a team game. It's going to take everybody. It's going to take everybody, including the people that aren't even playing. It takes a family. It takes the whole team. So that's what we fought for. That's why we try to stay as long as we could.
Appreciate that. And so maybe since you're, I keep hating to use the word alumnus, but we're gonna have to. So,
Gonna
so
have to.
maybe can you give us your favorite Miller Express moment, memory that you have, on the field, off the field, of being a Miller Express? I know I'm putting you on the
A
spot
lot of them.
here.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. But one of my favorite ones that I can think of right now is Game 3 Okotoks, Game 62, third year, last game. We're all on the bus, and our bus driver, who drove the Warriors around all year long, just gave us a little pep talk. Didn't need to, but he did, and he just said, "Why not us?" And that stuck with me, and I think it will forever. It's just like the why not us? Yeah, we're not the glitz and the glamour, and we don't have all the stuff that other teams have or want, but just why not us? Why can't we go and win? So that was one of my favorite memories. And then just playing that final game, even though we lost, it was still fun.
Yeah, there was a heck of a season, that's for sure. And I know on the last edition, Eric and I spoke a little bit about how special that the season turned into, with the ups and downs and then all the way through the championship. So, Eric, maybe give us, a little insight to what did you see with the young Nate Mensik? Sorry, I'm using wrong names here already. I'm getting all excited talking to you guys here. What did you see with Nate Mensik when you were recruiting way back 3 years ago that said he's the guy we need to have?
Yeah, Nate was one of our first recruiting classes in Moose Jaw after COVID, and his coach just told us that he has raw power and the kid can run like the wind, and that his glove is really good in right field. So that checks a lot of boxes in Roswell. So we took a shot with him, and then he came to Moose Jaw the first day or two and took BP a few times, and we went, holy, yeah, maybe there's our 4-hole. So then he went into the 4-hole night one, and he picked clean up pretty much his whole career with us, and um, he led the league in runners thrown out from the outfield and outfield assists 2 years. And if he didn't get hurt in that middle year for a little bit, then he would have done all 3 years. And he stole 15 bags each year, and he does it all. He does it all. 15 big flies a year. He drives guys in. I think that he amplifies the 5-tool factor of a baseball player. And I think the biggest thing with Nate is, even though we have all these good things to say about him, is that there's a little bit of untapped potential there still. There's more in the tank, and I think that hopefully Nate gets to tap into that even a little bit more as he goes into the next stage of his career.
Yeah, that's for sure. And it's funny, we got a bit of a crew down that third baseline, and when we're watching games, and we always seem to find it just ridiculous that coaches would send somebody home from third base when Nate's got the ball. I'm like, he's out, like he's just out. Like, what are you doing? Did you not read the scouting report? So we used to get quite a kick out of that. That's for sure. So. I guess it comes down to this time in Coffee with the Coach where we get an update from you, Nate. Where are you? What are you up to? What's the future? Give us the breakdown.
Yeah. So I moved back home, living with the parents for a little bit, and then luckily I'm working out still in Crete, Nebraska at my university. They're letting me in, and I'm helping coach with them too. So that's been really good. And then on the side, I'm delivering pizzas. So that's
Nothing
about the breakdown.
nothing wrong with that. You got to keep yourself in the game and look for that next piece, right? So
100%. Still pursuing. Still playing baseball.
like it. I like to hear that. Um, Coach Eric, any kind of final words here, thoughts as we kind of wrap this up, but are still heading into the 24-25 season?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you again to all the fans out there listening, and I want to say thank you to Nate. Nate was a pleasure to coach over the last few years, and the fans should be very fortunate to have watched a great talent like him play. And for lack of better terms, stay tuned because I think we have some interesting and some fun things up our sleeves for Nate in the near future. So that will be interesting. So stay tuned.
Yeah, well, we're definitely looking forward to that, and we're looking forward to hopefully seeing you out playing somewhere else, so we can tune in like some of the other alumnus have done, and cheer you on still, because I know you got a huge fan base here in Moose Jaw, Nate. Any final thoughts from you as Miller's Billet family, just anything in general? Again, being the fan favorite for year after year after year, that's something that you have to work at. So, we appreciate you very much out here in Moose Jaw.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate Moose Jaw and all that they did for me, especially my host family, taking care of me, bringing me in. And yeah, if you're a kid that wants to play ball and loves the game, absolutely loves every bit of it, go to Moose Jaw.
Well, fellas, I appreciate the time as always, and I enjoy catching up with everybody. And the WCBL, Miller Express. It's great to see the relationships that we can all form. That's a major part of being successful and a major part of the WCBL. I really think so. Appreciate your guys' time, and wish you a great week ahead. And we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.